that have gone before us say, no more.
British actor David Oyelowo became Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. when we last saw him in the film Selma. His latest role is quite the departure from the civil rights leader. Oyelowo plays Brian Nichols, the man serving multiple life sentences for escaping custody and murdering 4 people in a Georgia courthouse 10 years ago.
I truly believe the film is about the fact that in God, no one is beyond redemption.
At the time that you first read the script for Captive, you knew you wanted to play the role before you even finished it? What is it about it that made you want to do that?
Well, I was so taken with the Ashley Smith character.
Captive is based on Ashley Smith's book, Unlikely Angel. Nichols held Smith hostage in her apartment for 7 hours after his escape.
You're reading on the page, she was a meth addict. She had lost custody of her daughter. Her husband had died in a drug-related incident. You know, this woman's life was on a downward spiral. How is it that this dark, dark event in her life inspired her and spurred her onto a life of purpose, a life of faith, a life beyond which the blessings she is now receiving in her life are spilling beyond her?
Ashley Smith is now a happily married mother and Christian who still shares her story of survival, reading the book The Purpose-Driven Life and the Bible to Nichols as he held her hostage.
I definitely thought I was going to die. And, you know, at that point in my life, I thought it was something that I deserved. My life had been so up and down, and I had reached out to God for help. And then when he began to help me, I would push him away.
Kate Mara portrays Ashley in the film.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Go for it. You use the bathroom. Everybody's got to use the bathroom. The bathroom. We all got to use the bathroom. Use the bathroom. Hey! What are you doing?
I can't go with the door open.
I'll turn around. I'll turn around.
I can't go with you standing there.
I don't trust you, Ashley. I don't trust you, Ashley.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do? You're gonna talk, all right? I'm gonna shut the door and you're gonna talk, all right?
Okay.
Hey, hold on. That's it, we're gonna go to Mexico. We're gonna get that truck. We're gonna go to Mexico. We gotta rob a bank, though. Understand where we're going, Ashley? Where we're going?
Mexico?
That's right.
That explores the war between good and evil in both characters.
I knew by talking to him that he knew about God, but I also knew that he had done, you know, these horrible things. And I don't know, it was just I've been on both sides of that.
As a Christian, Oyelowo admits he was apprehensive about playing a murderer. Still, he approached the role with the same passion that drove him to play Dr. King in Selma.
One of the most interesting encounters I've had over the course of making this film is with Brian Nichols' mother. And she says she still can't believe this is her life. She still can't believe that was her son, which hints at the fact that he was brought up in a way that suggests that he wouldn't do something like this. I can't speak to whether it was to do with Brian Nichols' upbringing, but I know that, as his mother herself said, something in him snapped.
Do you feel that there was redemption for him and her in this film? I watched trying to figure that out.
Yeah, for me personally, I think there is the possibility for redemption for Brian Nichols, because at the end of the day, there is no getting away from the fact that he killed 4 people that day. There are lives that are broken by that fact, still remain in a place of pain over it. But something happened when he encountered Ashley Smith. He was stopped in his tracks, I believe, by the humanity she demonstrated to him, and she should have been his 5th victim. I mean, on paper, that is how that day was going to go, and probably he was going to be the 6th.
But God intervened, allowing Ashley Smith to live out her purpose. Ephraim Graham, CBN News, Washington.